Hey everybody, it's Lego My Django here, and today we're going to be talking about the new LEGO Star Wars sets coming out in early 2014. For you who don't know, the LEGO Star Wars sets have two lines each year. One's in the winter and one's in the summer. The winter ones usually debut in January, and the summer ones in August. It varies where in the month they're released, but last year January's were in late January, and I'm guessing that'll be the same for 2014. So I'm gonna show all the sets here that are pictures. Some aren't the greatest quality, but at least we get to see what they are. A lot are from Episode 3, which is really cool because that got a lot of people into LEGO the last time Episode 3 sets came out. And it really defines what LEGO sets were at that time, and it just makes people remember a lot about, getting those sets, especially like the speeder bikes, building different things from them. That's what I was watching from other people on YouTube at the time. Which is really cool. But anyway, there's also one set from the original trilogy, and then there's like two from the Clone Wars. And as we know, sadly, that series has ended because of Disney. But there's like two sets left that is kind of an ode to the Clone Wars, which is really cool. So after I show all the pictures here, I'll talk about all the sets in a majority as a whole, and I'll talk about things I like and things I don't like. And so I'll see you guys in a second. So I hope you enjoyed all those screenshots there. So now let's talk about the sets as a majority. First off, I hope you guys noticed the blasters that actually shoot studs, which is actually really cool and functional. But the problem is with that is that those blasters are not related to the Star Wars universe whatsoever, and they don't really look that appealing. For detailing, it's just not very good. So, like, for functionality, thumbs up. For display, thumbs down. Because it's not related to the Star Wars universe whatsoever, and we already had to deal with the blasters we had before that weren't even close either. Except for the regular one, which was kind of a little bit like Han Solo's blasters and kind of like the Stormtroopers' blasters, which they were originally used for. But when you start putting them on clone troopers and every single figure, it makes it non-special and unrelatable to Star Wars. Next, the minifigures, holy cow, they can't get any more detailed. They look fantastic. And the reason for that is we have smaller sets. I think we're sacrificing some of the, piece count for really good detailing on the minifigures. Some of the clone troopers, I mean, just the ones from Utapau, spot on. I don't think you could get any better with the printing or the skirts or the pauldron. It's just, they're great. Oh my gosh, the scout troopers on Kashyyyk and General Grievous. We'll get all to that in a second. But yeah, resulting in smaller sets. Last line, the summer line, was a lot of episode 2 sets. There were some really big sets in that, but they also made, some of the really big sets smaller, like the ATTE, but the gunship was still really big too. I can't remember if it was the biggest one or not compared to the other two, but that's really cool that those were big ones. So I think they're basically going for smaller ones in the next line. Hopefully not just to save money. Which brings me to my next point. These sets are small. That means hopefully that they'll be cheaper. And the battle packs will be, are cheaper. Which is good for me to get and review for you guys, because it means that I don't have to spend as much money getting them. So it's great that we can actually get more sets, more bang for your buck, for say, if anybody says that anymore. But yeah, like the Death Star troopers and the Utapau troopers and the Kashyyyk troopers, those are great because we can get them in multiples and create armies. The Utapau troopers looks like the best army builder for the 212th Battalion, I believe that's what they're called. And there's a lot of other cool clone troopers. There's also a lot of good redos of sets, like Anakin Starfighter. I remember getting that, and it was, I don't know how old I was. I was really little. It was one of my first LEGO Star Wars sets, and I really loved that thing. I mean, I'd fly it around and stuff. But you can see very prominently on Anakin Starfighter a little green missile that comes out. Apparently there's going to be a new type of spring-loaded Lego piece that shoots, and it's almost on a ton of these sets. I mean, it's almost on all of them. It says, there's like a new logo, it says new spring-loaded action or something. I can't even read it, but it's good and bad. It doesn't look Lego. That's what I really don't like about it. It looks like one of those Hasbro action figure missiles. When I had those action figures, I don't have it anymore, so I'm not exactly sure if that looks like it or not. But, I mean, that's kind of what it reminds me of, which I don't like. Once again, good for playability. I hope they're kind of hidden and they don't go out of the way to make the set look bad just to put that on there. But I'm sure LEGO will do a good job. Yeah, so there's a lot of good minifigures, including General Grievous. themed to the third movie. That looks really nice. We also have Commander Gree. Holy cow, he's probably the best figure in this line. He looks really nice with his silver armor and green on top. We have Chancellor Palpatine in his prisoner clothing, which is pretty cool, and his whole look is spot on. I mean, the hair and everything. And once again, really great clone troopers. There's some really cool clone troopers in the Clone Wars set. The Coruscant police gunship. This thing's awesome. I think it's a little big, but it's awesome. But anyway, there's a shock trooper. It's Clone Wars, but it's a shock trooper regardless. And as we all know, shock troopers are awesome. So that's really cool. The clones are going to be great. And then last and least, we have the recruitment line. These are like little small things called microfighters, and at first I thought the clone turbo tank was some type of new type of Jeep or something that the clone Lego created for clones to drive. But then I looked at the microfighters. So we have 6 little I guess versions of vehicles of a single minifigure can fit in them, I guess. Yeah, I feel like they're better than the planet sets. I don't know if they're still doing that line. I don't think they are. These are there to replace it. But yeah, I mean the clone turbo tank would be cool to have as a little like ATV like a 4-wheeler or whatever. Except it has 5 wheels on each side. So and the X-wing looks really funny. But the AAT, I just had to say something. That's really not what those look like. I don't understand the look on that. It's not very recognizable. But yeah, I feel like these are better than the planetary sets, but they're also, just little kid sets are not very good. But yeah. So that's about it for the preview of the new sets coming out this January. What do you think? Post in the comment section below. You disagree with me or agree with me? Just post down below. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up below. And if you did, of course. And subscribe if you're not subscribed for new LEGO content. I hope you guys liked this video. And yeah, it's been LEGO My Jango, and I'll see you guys later.